One of the things I love most about jewellery making is that it's quick and easy. It doesn't take you days to make a project, it only takes you minutes. Hi, my name's Carol, welcome to my channel. Today I'm starting a new series called 5-Minute Earrings. I hope you come along for the ride and see what we're going to make today. To make these earrings, you are going to need 2 4mm jump rings, 2 10mm jump rings, 6 of these 3mm silver balls, 4 4mm beaded rondelles, 2 barrel beads, 4 bead caps, these ones are 6mm, there are 4 there, they're just hiding, 2 of these 5cm head pins, and 2 round beads. These ones are 10mm and they're silver foil lined, but you could use any beads here. Just probably 8 to 10mm would be fine. And of course 2 ear wires. Now in terms of tools, I'm actually going to be using 2 pairs of chain nose pliers. I'm also going to be using a pair of flush cutters and a pair of round nose pliers. So let's make these earrings. The first thing we're going to do is lay out our beads in the order that we are going to use them. So the first bead we put on is one of these 3mm balls. And then we're going to put on a bead cap, one of the 10mm beads, another bead cap, 2 of our beaded rondelles, and 2 of our 3mm balls. So that's the layout of the earring. Now I'm going to take one of my head pins and I'm just going to thread those beads on in that order. When you thread on a bead cap, make sure the curve of the bead cap is the right way so that it will sit around the bead and kind of nestle the bead in there. And of course the other bead cap needs to go on the other way, like that. Then we've got the 2 beaded rondelles, and the 2 little silver beads. Okay, that's what I've got now. Alright, now I'm going to take my chain nose pliers and I'm just gently holding the head pin in the pliers, and I'm just going to apply a little bit of pressure to the end of the head pin just to make sure that all of the beads are pushed up hard against the pliers and there's no space. What I'm going to do next is I'm just going to bend the wire with my thumb, just going to push it over the top of the pliers so that I have that. Looks like that. And you'll see I've got a wee gap at the top, and that's to allow the wire that I'm going to wrap around the loop. It just gives it a little bit of room. Next I'm going to take my round nose pliers. Now if you have a look at my round nose pliers, you'll see there that I have scored 2 marks on my round nose pliers, one there and one there. Now the reason I've done that is that these are the size loops I make most often. So today I'm going to be using that first mark there to make my loop. It just takes out the guesswork basically. It makes it easier for me to get the same size loops every time. So I'm going to put my round nose pliers right into the corner there of that bend. As you can see, I've lined it up with that mark there. Now I'm just going to take my thumb and I'm going to push the wire right around. Now I'm going to take my pliers out and pop them back in on the bottom jaw, and then I'm just going to pull that wire. I might do this with my pliers. Sometimes my fingers aren't strong enough. Just going to pull that wire right around so that it looks like that. Okay, now I'm going to take my other pair of chain nose pliers and just hold the loop like that, and grabbing the end of the wire with my other pair, I'm just going to wrap it around. Just pushing my beads down a little bit. Okay, now you can do that as neat or as messy as you like, it's up to you. So that's what I have now, and you can see I've got an end, so I'm just going to take my flush cutters. Now the trick here is, I'm not sure if you can see this, but I've actually angled the wire as though it's still going to go around again, and that just kind of pushes it in the right direction so that when you trim it off and you push the end down, it goes where you want it to go. So I'm using the flush side of my cutters, not the indented side, and I'm going in as close as I can and just snipping off the end. Now I'm putting my thumb over the end so it doesn't fly away. Okay. Now I can still feel the end there, so I'm just going to take my chain nose pliers, hopefully you can see that, and give it a good squeeze just to push the end down. Now if it doesn't go down the first time, mine did, but if it doesn't, you can just rotate it a little bit and keep squeezing until it's gone down. So that's what I have now. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is attach my jump rings and build the rest of this, this earring. So I'm going to take my 10mm jump ring. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to put my 4mm one on first. So just picking up my 4mm jump ring, and I'm going to open it using both pairs of pliers, one on each side. If you haven't done this before, I've actually got a whole video on it, which I will link in the description below. But what you do is you hold it on either side with one pair of pliers on one side, one on the other, and you twist, one up, one down. Then I'm going to feed on my little loop. Now taking my pliers, I'm just going to reverse that process, so bringing it back up. Now I'm not sure if you can see that, but my loop isn't quite close, so I'm going to wiggle up and down, pushing with a little bit of pressure until my jump ring is closed. Just double checking that it is. So that's what I have now. Now I'm going to take my 10mm jump ring, and these are quite a heavy gauge, so it's good to use two pairs of pliers. Sometimes you can get away with just using your pliers and your fingers, but these ones are quite heavy. So I'm going to open that the same way, quite wide, and I'm going to thread on my little 4mm jump ring, and I'm also going to thread on my barrel bead here. And now I'm going to close that. Just double checking that I've got it closed. And I have. So there we go. That's what I have now. And all that's left to do now is to put the ear hook on. So to do that, I'm taking my ear hook, and I know with my ear hook I can see that this side is the side that opens, so I'm going to grab that piece in my chain nose pliers and open it the same way I did the loop, just lifting it up, so rotating up. I'm going to pop on the loop of this barrel bead, and then I'm going to close it. And there we have one earring. Now I just have to repeat that for another one. So that's one pair of 5-minute earrings. I hope you really enjoyed it. I enjoyed making them. They're so quick, so easy, but really, really effective. There they are there, one of them. And just to prove I did make another one, there we go. So there's my pair of earrings. Aren't they pretty? I really hope you've enjoyed this video and making these 5-minute earrings with me. And leave me a comment in the comment section below and let me know if you've made them. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe and like the video and ring the bell, and have a great day. Bye.